Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine is back. Over there's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we're taking a look at Shogun. We are on episode 8. This one's called The Abyss of Life. This show has been an absolute banger. I just can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I am definitely ready, willing, and able to see what happens after the idiot's son kind of fell on the rock and took himself out, so we'll see where this goes.
No respect.
He said the idiot's son. This is one of the best shows that I think we've ever done on this channel. Just so captivating, incredible story writing and acting. I can't wait to see how these final few episodes play out.
Some high praise for the shows we've done. I'm looking forward to what's going on here. Let's go! Oh, I can't wait to see what his response is going to be to this.
Taiki-sama's army will camp at Edo's boundary where they will wait for Toranaga-sama to mourn his son.
For how long?
The customary 49 days.
And after that?
They will deliver us to Osaka.
49 days, huh?
Dono. Okuyami moshiagemasu.
My lord instructed me to give these to you upon entry to the city for the completion of your service. When we submit to the council, you're not required to join us.
Oh, it's his logbooks.
Your men are here in this city. The crew from your ship. You must be eager to be reunited.
I don't believe it until I see it.
And my translator, what becomes of her? Mariko-sama, don't go to Osaka.
My allegiance forbids me from doing anything else.
What about the night we shared?
There's got to be a way out of
Come
that.
on, with the
Come on, love conquers all.
Well, that's
John.
that's how it is for her.
Did Patrick Swayze give up? No.
Did any love movie give up? No.
No.
Well, Big Trouble in Little China.
Jack
Haven't seen
Burton
it.
was one of a kind, wasn't he?
He was.
奴は降伏しましたぞ。落ち葉の方様の目論みが見事功を奏しましたな。
我らの結びつきを一層強きものにするため、我らの意志を世に知らしめた方が良いのかもしれません。
我らの結束は揺るぎなきもの。
殿下に代わり政務を担っておった頃、拙者はよう落ち葉殿に目を奪われておりました。
She's unimpressed.
さように見えたとしたらそれは太閤殿下の七光に過ぎませぬ。
Oh, bro just got friend zoned.
我らはあの苦境を耐え抜いただけではなく、そこに確固たる地位を築いたのでございまする。
She keeps turning.
我らがより強く結びつくという案、いかがでございましょうか。
I'll take your silence as a yes.
ご一行のほど。
Oh, she didn't seem enthusiastic
Yeah.
about it, did she? But then again, in these time periods, sometimes it was a matter of alliances and strategery.
Well, that's Lady
she's-
M. That's why how she was.
She's running the show right now. Why would she want to get married?
長門様といえばもてなし上手であった。長々と終わりのない夢物語を。
This guy.
長門様は木から落ちて腕を折ってしまわれた。それを幾日も誰にもお話にならなんだ。忙しいと思われた一心でな。勇者でござった。
と同時に向こう水でもあったのじゃ。大雪の果てこたびの恥さらし。
Oh. Jesus, guy.
長門様が今宵我らと共におられぬことが信じられませぬ。友が幸福を選ばれ、それは長門様には耐え難きことでございました。あの方が向こう水であったにせよ、ご自分の命をたった一つのものにかけておられた。ご主君に、Toranaga様に。
Yeah, think about that. Unless he knows, unless he knows that Yoshi is doing something completely different.
ご子息の葬儀にお出ましにならぬとは。虎長様が旅がたたってひどくお加減を悪うされたと聞いた。広松殿も殿にお目通りが叶うのでございまするか。
Oh, he got sick on the journey. Okay.
江戸の武将が公儀の印に身にまとったあの鎧をご覧くだされ。まだ諦めておらぬ方々がおられまする。鉄砲と大筒を携えて大阪に向かうのではないのでは。石戸が幸福の証としてそちから鉄砲と大筒を大阪へ返すように求めてきよった。
Oh, that's interesting. Kind of wasn't expecting too much emotion out of him, but we're actually getting quite a bit of emotion out of him.
I thought maybe he was going to try to hide it, a little bit of it and hold it in.
ペンタロウ様、江戸への無事のお戻り、何よりでございます。
やはり我が家は良き者にござりまするな。凛様、虎長様がそなたをお呼びじゃ。昼過ぎに会いたいと。
承知いたしました。
Ooh, cold as ice.
大阪から苦労続きである女房殿に茶を立てたいのじゃが、いかがかな。
お受けいたしまする。
So it's his way of stopping at the florist on the way home and grabbing some flowers to apologize.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I mean, I've never been.
でも焚き木いらない。欲しいのはと。
私の友人はもっと焚き木をくれと頼んでおるのです。
Oh boy.
This
Thank
guy.
Your kind attempt at translation, Father. Alas, you are wrong. 炭欲しい炭の方が温かい。
I must say I am impressed. You have made your own way out here.
Thank you, Father. I will reunite with my crew. Get back aboard my vessel. Then pay a visit to that black ship I have heard so much about.
Tell me, will you wear those clothes when you see your men?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes, I intend to. Thank you, Father.
He was trying to needle him a little bit there, but John wasn't having it.
Yeah, John was not.
私たちと結んだ取り決めでございますが、当教会は万策を尽くしましたが、檜山様と大野様を。
遠路はるばる知らせに参ったと申すか。マリコ殿、これよりこのバテレンの通詞を務めよ。キリシタン教会は我が味方にあらず。信用がならん。
虎長様、恐れながら。
Yeah, I mean, you could say whatever sketchy stuff you want.
If you form an alliance with his mother, the heir would be free to turn against Ishido.
落ち葉の方と盟約を結べるだろうと申しておりまする。
お主はいかように思う。
大坂ではございません。石堂にございまする。我らが落ち葉の方と組めば、石堂の牽制への唯一の道は断たれまする。
そなたはかつて落ち葉の方と親しかった。
Well.
落ち葉の方がわしと盟約を結ぶことがあると思うか。
落ち葉の方の敵は殿であるとは思いませぬ。あの方の敵は。
I don't know. You should probably have a conversation with her about that.
Yeah. Probably be a good idea, but.
千葉の方はすぐにわしの首を土に埋めるであろう。
敗北の色が浮かんでおりまするぞ、殿。殿らしくもない。
Ouch.
あまたの犠牲と引き換えの勝利よりも静かな敗北を選ぶ。
That's kind of what I was thinking.
殿、我が息子は死んだ。わしはこれ以上血を流すつもりはない。わしと共に幸福の挨拶に参ると誓う書状に皆署名してもらいたい。
Oh boy.
一つだけ頼みがある。大阪に戻り、ここで見聞きしたことを伝えてもらいたい。静かな死を迎えたいだけじゃと。
I don't even think he's gonna make it that long. The way he's kind of looking here.
Well, now I need somebody to help him even stand up and move around. Yeah.
戦うおつもりじゃ。何故そのように思われるのでござる。でなければわざわざ大阪にことづけなど頼まん。
Oh.
一服いかがかな。
謹んで頂戴いたしまする。
What do we got going on here?
Making some tea.
Oh, the green tea, right? Who knows? Maybe it's Toranaga's special spice. Have you guys tried any teas? I was never a fan of tea.
I mean, I like it, but I don't get too fancy
Iced.
with it.
Lipton.
like my Earl Greys.
Arizona.
These guys are so cosmopolitan.
Commercial brand over here.
I remember the first time I had iced tea as an accident as a kid. I was like, what is this? Not a fan. Good raspberry iced teas.
Didn't they do something similar to this in The Karate Kid? When Daniel went to Osaka, didn't he? Anyway, it was bugging me.
He's the expert, so ask
you
him.
mean by a man and a woman sitting together and having some sort of drink and dinner?
Okay,
yes.
Okay, thought so.
父上が何と言おうと我らが大坂で死ぬことになろう。
今の茶がひとしお味わい深かったのはそのせいでござりましょう。
夫婦になったばかりの頃を思い出す。わしらは幸せであったな。
はっきり思い出せません。
そなたはまだ安心に惑わされておるのか。
Well, if you mean John.
John.
Then yes.
Oh, that's a slow reply.
Yeah.
共に死もうではないか。共に死を迎えようではないか。夫婦として防河の果てへ参ろうではないか。
I want to go to London with John.
How about
呼んでもお分かりにならないのですね。
I'm right behind you.
お前様が私に許さなかったのは死ではござりませぬ。
She just wanted to...
お前様には手の届かぬ生き方にござりまする。私はお前様とかように死するくらいなら1000年生かされた方がましでございまする。
Oh. What a slap in the... Appreciate the honesty.
You don't get to take back years and years of treating somebody like that by saying, hey, by the way, why don't we just
opt out together?
Yeah, no, that's not how this works, bro. You can cry all the tears you want, but you don't get to do that.
I was gonna let you fight with me. No.
That's not how it works, brother.
Doesn't work for her, brother.
Nope.
この方は船宿に住み着き何ヶ月もの間この界隈の出て行ってくださればわしは嬉しゅうございます。
God, how are they going to react to John, though?
I don't know.
That's what I'm interested in seeing.
They sound like they're in good shape, though.
Just been hanging out and
getting
every night. What?
Yeah.
Come on, what's wrong? Come on, beautiful. You're my good dog, city you are.
Jeez, this guy's a mess.
You're beautiful.
Oh, he doesn't even want to face him.
Pilot? John Blackthorne. Is that you?
No, a different guy.
Hello, Solomon. How are you?
We'd given you up for dead.
How many of us left?
6. Barely hanging on.
Wait, how many did we start with?
I don't know.
Well, I've been given
More than that.
clearance for us to return to Erasmus.
Nah.
Nah?
I'm good here.
I'll speak to the rest of the men myself.
First, take off those skirts.
The extra men we need, you leave that.
First, take them off.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
You son of a bitch.
Is John going to have to take him out?
I think so.
He's got him. Filthy.
No.
No, okay.
Oh, nice shot.
Seems like John's men aren't his men anymore.
他に道がないのが悔しいが、思い詰めた挙句ここへ参ったと。
I once offered to sail for Toranaga-sama. Now he is determined to die. Fine. Shukume. I still have my ship. I can train a crew. I just need a new banner to sail under.
You wish to sail on Yabushige-sama's behalf?
I don't wish it. He is a shit-face.
トラナガ様が間もなくお亡くなりになると信じておられるゆえ、ヤブシゲ様のために船を操りたいと申しておられます。ヤブシゲ様が大阪でトラナガ様側に加わることを望んでおられぬという。
I was hoping she was gonna say shit face.
恥ずべきことにございまする。
おいの申す通りじゃ。わしは断る。
Since I first saw you, near death, I've known you were a man who understood the importance of taking fate into his own hands.
ヤブシゲ様が崖で死の淵にお立ちになった折、己が宿命を操ることの値打ちを知る方だとお見受けしたと申しておられまする。
Yeah, you're ready to call it quits.
拙者は決して虎長様裏切らぬ。
He refuses your offer. Says it is betrayal of our Lord. You see, once loyalty begins, it does not have an end. Otherwise, it would not be loyalty.
Oh, that is...
But loyal turns senseless very quickly when the order is suicide.
Point, counterpoint.
Would you like me to translate that? Or was it for me?
Oh. Maybe a little both. Maybe.
表門はここだね。離れには菊の部屋も作って。
わしには何も見えぬ。忠義がかえって不忠となる。そういう時もあると思わぬか。
Right there, he's bringing it up.
思いませんね。
わしは何のために戦っておるのか。わからんようになった。
Bro is conflicted.
トラナガ様はご寛大なことにこの一角をおのおの方にお渡りになられました。ここは江戸でも最上の土地にござりまする。
This dude looks like
あちらの
Sami
方
Zayn.
々はどなたですか。
Oh, look at that!
隣人になる者たちでござりまする。
Nice.
The tea house. They're putting the church right by the tea house.
Oh, that's
great. Nice.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Get him a little bit.
Sinning, a little praying.
Yeah, you could, go do your business and then
do your business.
Seek forgiveness right after.
おはようございます。大王院様。大王院様のお好きなサワラをお持ちいたしました。
Oh.
今朝方に発作が起こったと思われます。お痛みを和らげて差し上げることしかもはやできませぬ。
Dave's falling in that Walking Dead trap. Poison. Someone did it.
Somebody did it.
もう駆け引きはおやめなされ。石戸は成り上がりの小物じゃ。
お痛みを軽するお薬はいかがでございますか、大王院様。
She gonna give her too much medicine?
我らが息子に浄土では私を探すように伝えておくれ。
That's some definite kind of talk there.
私が作ってしまったのじゃ。
Oh no. What kind of impact is this going to have on her now? Good or bad? That's kind of what I'm curious about.
明日、藪重殿が大阪に向けて出立される。我が鉄砲を石堂殿に届けるほか、わしと共に降伏する者の名をお渡しすることになっておる。よってその書状に、その方ら一同の
Is this like them giving their jerseys and Rudy, or
no?
Let's pay attention to see who's signing, because that might be a...
Oh, I thought he was gonna just
act like he was doing it. But
Just,
I'm sure the guy would have called him out on it, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. But even if they sign, are they going to still disobey that?
Oh boy.
我らは罠に違いなきものを飲むことはできません。
お許しくだされと。我らは敗北に向かう道を進まれる殿に。
己の務めを放り出すのか。
指導は江戸を攻めざるを得なくなり。
そのまま江戸を滅ぼすであろ
う。やらせてみればよろしゅうござる。
どちらが大事や。我が一族の存続か。すでに決着しておる。
そのお気持ちを変えぬとあらば、拙者今ここで腹を切りまする。
揃いも揃って、わしに逆らう気か。裏切り者は、今すぐ申し出よ。
大阪に降伏なされれば、それは代々のご先祖への裏切りになります。
Oh, those are fighting words.
虎長様との間のことじゃ。唯一無二の友じゃ。殿、拙者は、殿が小便垂れの小僧の頃から
ならば大坂にて、わしの隣で腹を切れ。
我らの戦を道半ばで放り出されるおつもりか。
Ain't gonna be nobody left if he fights.
わしはすでに決断を下しておる。こたびは、お主が決断をする番じゃ。
No, we are not gonna lose him right now.
力は誠に、殿、家臣が犬死にいたすのでございまするぞ。
死のがよい。
Oh. Whoa.
殿、お止めください。
こやつはわしに逆らうと決断したのじゃ。わしは譲らん。
What is...
He's gonna take himself out because he doesn't believe in what he's saying.
長様、今生のお別れにございまする。文太郎、わしの刀を持て、お前が解釈せよ。
No. Whoa, are we really gonna see this right now?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Unless he steps in and changes it, stops it.
He's making Buntaro bring him his sword.
Well, he's gonna second it. Remember, he's gotta
finish the deal.
Yeah.
This is a really bad game of chicken. If that's what this is.
生きるのじゃ。さすればお前も死を許されぬ者の気持ちがわかんである。決して殿を見捨てるでないぞ。
Are we really doing this?
解釈せよ。
No.
虎長様、狂っておる。殿、お止めくだされ。ごめん。
Oh, this is happening.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh.
So, he just lost his son, best friend.
広松は、我が古き友は、己の務めをよう分かっておった。我らの幸福を大阪に信じ込ませることが大事なのじゃ。
Oh. Yep. 3D chess this guy's playing.
そなたは、己の務めを果たす。
What? What? Are you kidding me?
覚悟はできておりまする。
He played us all for a fool!
Oh, there's more.
What?
Well, they were all saying that. They're like, no, he can't be surrendering. He's got something else up his sleeve. He's too smart for that. And
they had to make it,
you know,
and make it as real as possible.
So his best friend sacrificed himself to sell it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He said he knew his duty well. Oh.
What a commitment.
Wow.
早く早くしろ。何をしておる。急げ。叔父上が安心と手を組まれたことが富永様の耳に入れば、わしは狂った老人のために死ぬつもりはない。叔父上、なんじゃ。ご用心くださいませ。おう。
Does that mean I'm jumping off board here?
No, I think he's just giving him the go ahead.
安心殿が先日申されたことじゃが、拙者にとっては大きな値打ちがあることじゃ。そなたとわしは盟友。盟友。盟友。盟友じゃ。盟友。
I smell a buddy comedy with those two.
私も共に大坂へ参れとの虎長様の命にござりまする。
Oh, are they learning about the master plan?
So has he been selling a sickness then?
He seemed like he walked fine over to Lady M, but I do not.
Yeah. Maybe. Or is he just upset? Well, I think that's your answer. He doesn't need any help getting up.
I was waiting for him to do a kip up. Just
it didn't click to me now until, you know, he just said that, are you ready to do your part? And I was like,
you know, because he knew there were spies there the whole time and watching and stuff.
Oh, look at he's fine. He even like committed to not even going to see his son with his health issues.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
広松もお前も決して無駄にはせぬぞ。
Oh,
wow.
This is going to be epic. It's gonna be epic. I gotta go back.
Wow.
And see this again.
Wow.
They said, how can the show get better each episode? Well,
there
it does.
Absolutely. Gosh, what a twist. You know, we had thoughts that, you know, like, he's not going to give up. He's got a plan, but even convinced us with like, well, you know, there'll be way too much loss of life. It's not worth fighting for. We got to hold Japan together. Said all the right stuff. Had us all hooked in, believing it. Hook, line, and sinker, he got me. Because I was all on board. I'm like, well, I don't see what other option he has. I was totally with him. I'm like, yeah, you're going to get wiped out if you try to, you know, go to war. But it was all a plan all along, and he had to make sure the right people were on board with it, and everything's working out exactly the way he wanted to. You know, just another phenomenal episode that has you sucked in. And I can't believe this was 50-ish odd minutes or whatever, because it flew by so fast. I mean, I'm just thinking about like, okay, we had that scene, and now it's over. But yeah, and another interesting thing was with John going to see his men. That was real interesting, you know, because he had been away for a while. It's like they're two totally different people now. John doesn't even recognize his crew as the men they used to be, and they don't recognize him as the same guy anymore because they're so different. And now he's looking for a purpose. He's looking for essentially something to do and somebody to have allegiance to. So I think John found his place, I think. So that's going to be real interesting how it plays out. And wow, just another fantastic episode that really just sucks you in and just gets you going in with all because you try to play it out in your head. And I know we do that on the reaction channel. A lot of times we'll be throwing ideas out there. Oh, is it this? Is it that?
Trying to complete the puzzle.
That person, we're trying to fill it in. And I know that a lot of times we don't get it right, but this show, I mean, if you're not watching this and doing that yourself at home, I don't know if you're not invested enough, because you're just trying to figure out which way it's going to go and who's going to align with who. Just phenomenal writing. Shout out to, you know, obviously the original author, name escapes me, who did the novels, but just phenomenal work.
Yeah, I like looked at when it was like a half an hour left, and I looked, and that half an hour went like that because it was just, you were mesmerized with it. But like, even when it went back to the priest saying, you know, are you gonna wear those skirts, right? They call them skirts when you see your men, and he's like, well, yeah. Well, then as soon as he saw one guy come out drunk off of sake and doing whatever to his lady friend, like, you'd see like John is like, it was like John was like, seeing that's what I used to. He's like, I've totally changed, even though he probably doesn't think it in his mind. But then once he saw what he used to be, he's like, oh, I think I'm so much better. But then he also learned, well, I can't just stay in this place either. So I thought that was really a nice. That's a nice story to try and figure out for John to like, okay, what's my fate now in life? Because
what's my purpose?
Exactly, because I've been a pilot and then we got caught and then Hero's helping with them. I just want to get my ship back, get to the black ship, and then gets that, and then he's like, oh, dude, no, I don't even want these guys as my men. Who's he gonna take? But then he also didn't want to give up on the war also. And then Toranaga just, man, he another show we watch, Attack on Titan. There's Armin that's always like 10 steps ahead. Well, Toranaga is so far ahead that he made sure that he fooled all of us for a fool, every single one of us. And it was just, it was like he was definitely playing chess, and just even to the point that his dear old friend had took himself out. And like he even said, he knew his duty well. So it is just amazing. The story writing for this, everything has just been amazing, and we've got 2 left, and I cannot wait to see how this ends. But I also did like the little comedy scene that the tea house is going to be next to the church. I thought it was great just seeing the priest go, who are those guys? Oh, they're your neighbors. And just his, so at least it brought levity once again in this episode.
I just want to jump in this. It's not the skirt is what his men called it.
As an insult.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's why
the priest called it that.
Yeah. Well, if the priest called it that, that's not the correct name for it. That was like, basically like calling a Scottish kilt a skirt.
Yeah. Like, you're gonna wear.
You're gonna wear the skirt in.
Yeah.
So I don't know the official name for what the gentlemen wear. But Answer brought up at the end. I mean, they packed in so much here, but gave us a little bit of levity with the church next to the tea house, which I thought was interesting because it's like he gave him permission, said he would give him the land, but it's almost like, but you're not gonna really not gonna tell you where it's at or who it's next to or whatever. So that was I thought that was very interesting.
Oh, and just speaking of levity, because you reminded me of it, when John was on the ship and he was getting the big speech about, you told me the story, and John's like, I don't know what you're saying. And he just broke it down to allies. Some levity there.
But yeah, I mean, they again, the story writing, and I know. Look, the source material is a book, correct?
I do believe
that's been established. The source material is a book. I'm curious to those of you who have read the book up to this episode, how true to the book did they stay? Because one of the things that we've learned extensively throughout the course of the handful of years that we've been doing this channel is sometimes TV shows and movies take liberties from the books. Sometimes the fans love it, sometimes they're indifferent, sometimes they hate it. But the writing that we've gotten in this show just really seems it seems so just I don't even know, immaculate, just incredible, captivating. It feels like they're able to just get you so invested in, and it's at the end of the day, it's a show, right? But you're so invested. I know every time we're like, we get to record another Shogun. It's almost like look, we have a fun time watching movies and TV shows, but even for kind of the setting that we're in, the Shogun's almost like a little treat for me, because I find it to be so interesting. But I thought they tricked me. I mean, part of me was like, okay, there's no way he's given up, and then okay, he's got a bigger plan, and then when Toranaga had said, do you want the clan to survive or Japan to survive? I'm like, okay, that's his noble explanation as to why he's doing what he's doing. Maybe he's got a bigger purpose. Maybe he surrenders and his people surrender, but that creates, some sort of path for you know, the current people sitting in the council or whatever to be taken out, or who knows. And then you find out, like, no, that wasn't the case at all. His best friend made a sacrifice. Hiromatsu made a massive sacrifice to sell the whole thing to, you know, inherently there was going to be spies. There was going to be people who were reporting back. They were watching them. So, you know, his best friend sacrificed himself to, you know, for the cause, you know, and he played ill the whole time to make people think he was weak, and maybe that's why he was doing it. You feel bad for Bunto in this one. I mean, did he know that his father was sacrificing himself for the cause? I mean, there was tears running down his face. I don't think anybody knew. So, just.
And he was selling being sick for multiple episodes. He had that little cough. He started it slow, and then he kept
make him think I'm weak. Make him think I'm weak, and look, they're gonna. The goal is to have us thinking what he wants. You know, the enemies to be thinking he's weak. He's physically tired. He's, you know, he knows he's at his end. He doesn't have the strength to go to battle, so he's just going to sacrifice his people.
He said he wanted a peaceful death.
He wanted a peaceful death, and I don't think the last 2 episodes, there's not a lot of peace going to be coming anybody's way.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like what, I don't know if it won't make the cut, but like what I was saying to you during the intro there, or maybe it might make the cut. You know, like, God, he's a warrior, so wouldn't he want to go out a warrior-like way instead of just giving himself up? I should have just stuck with that because, it fooled everybody here, which was fantastic. And it's just, I think one word you missed, though, Dave, was tragic for this episode, too.
Very tragic.
Because Hiro Matsu, I don't know, and I should know, but I'm still kind of, unfortunately, playing this guessing game with myself of like, did he know? Because he had to have known a little bit, but Toranaga probably just, I want to say that eye contact at the end was like, I know, but we got to put it, like you were saying there, he told me knew his role well.
Make it count.
Yep, so I have to assume, because even he came out and said, well, he's doing something. You know, he said that in the hallway there.
Yep.
So he may not have known.
You want to send him.
Yeah, he may not have known the exact plan of Toranaga, but he knew he was going to do whatever he had to do for that. So,
or was that him selling it to those guys of like, there's no way he's surrendering. There's got to be something else so that the spies think that's going on, and then he does the ultimate sacrifice.
That's a really good point.
Because the people on the ship,
there's no way, and then make the spies believe that his men believe he's not really going to give up, and then you have that more dramatic, you know.
And you're sending him to surrender, and he doesn't find out that that's not the plan until he's on the ship.
Yeah,
and you bring Mariko out.
Again, that's what's kind of great, and maybe, you know, the writing is just totally on the wall, and I'm just taking it way further than I should, but that's where my mind is at for that stuff. I mean, either way, it was fantastic. And then seeing Toranaga just go right up, going right out to the site to say his piece to his son. I thought that was great because I was like, man, are they really just going to have him sit back? But that was part of his plan. But at least we got that little bit at the end. And then for Mariko to be, that was awesome scene where they had that just tight shot on her face and I'm ready. After he said, asking, are you ready? So I thought that was great. John, of course, with his comedy relief in here, this is always, a welcomed bit for that. And just the way this show operates with the back and forth on here is actually really good. And I can't wait to see how this battle, it's going to be obviously a battle here. I'm just curious to who's going to survive. Because, man, I don't even know if Toranaga's going to make it. I don't even know what to think. I just know it's going to be probably pretty bloody.
I predicted it earlier. I'm sticking with my prediction. There is a reason they showed us John's skills with the cannons, and there is a reason, moreover, that they showed us those chain rounds.
Yeah.
Those things are coming back.
Oh, yeah.
My prediction is it's going to be really, really good.
Oh, you're really going out on a ledge there.
That's a bold prediction answer. Bold.
It's toe tapping.
Yeah, bold.
No, I mean, honestly, though, what more can you say about the show? It is so great. I'm so glad that we can say now that I got
Well, let's not forget about the mother quick, too. Like, her words of wisdom a little bit. Like how I'm curious too how much that will affect in either a good or bad way. I think she is still does not matter what Mom said. I think she's still going to make sure Toranaga's done.
Yeah, I think Ochiba's driven more than ever now with her mom gone. I think that's like almost like taking the what would you say? I guess taking the chains off, and now she can just go full bore and be totally unleashed with whatever it is she's gonna do. So,
and then another Lord wants her in marriage for a power couple,
and she's like, pass. I'm good, brother. I'll let you think about it.
You know, like I'll just like mull it over.
Hey, making your big proposal, and then.
Well, you mull it over. I mean, there's only a whole stadium around us, and I just did it on the Jumbotron.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because Mariko again, where what's his face was like, take the death with me.
Take the death with me. Buntaro. Yeah, we forgot about that.
Not at all.
I'd rather live 1,000 years. Oh, wow.
Going on like
great.
that.
2 episodes ago.
Everyone in the show's crushing it.
Didn't know if it got it, but
and
so
the good
glad.
news is
season 2 and 3.
Season 2 and 3 renewed. So we're so happy. We cannot wait.
I'm curious what the diehards think about that, because I think a lot of people, from at least the little bit of comments that I saw, because I didn't want to get spoilers, I think a lot of people are like, we are just good with 1, but they're just curious about how they're going to do 2 and 3. So,
well, satisfied.
What are your thoughts on that?
Excited. I'm
well, that's great. So for Diamond Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.